Okay, folks, it's May 1st, and it's time to do an update. I'm just changing my calendar here. It is May the 1st. I need to stay visual here, or I'll forget things. Okay, so let me start this video by shouting out Captcha Records and reviewing the records they gave me. I recently received a very nice care package from Unexpected. No, actually, they said that they were going to send me something a while back. Thank you, Captcha Records. I became aware of the label through working with Bob Bucko Jr., who is on the label. And Bob is a friend, lives in Oberlin, Iowa. We played a couple of shows together. I've played with him on a couple of his tours now. Great guy. Great guy. So, first off, Captcha Records, thank you very much for sending me vinyl to review and to add to my collection. Here we go. Okay. Shooting Suns. The name of this band is Shooting Suns. Now, I didn't look up these bands, so my knowledge of the bands is minimal. The main thing that I can tell you is what they sent me in general is stoner rock. Okay. And if you can't tell by the cover here, that's what this is. This is some heavy jamming. These are reissues they sent me. Everything they sent is reissues. Colored vinyl reissues too. Okay. And I'm glad that I took the time to wait and review these, because stoner rock, or I should say some stoner rock, which is not obviously brilliant right away, it takes time for it to seep in, like kind of like, good weed, And so my first impression of these records was just okay, But after listening for a while, you start to hear the texture, the mood, how everyone is just like laying in the cut. They're just really into playing this music. And when you just let go and get into it like that, it really works. They sent me two by that band. And of the two, this one I liked better. Shooting Suns, Born to Deal in Magic. It's like just possibly a comp. It has dates 1952 to 1976. Of the two Shooting Stars album, this is the one that I played the most and enjoyed the most. Nice colored vinyl. And it fits the music, okay? This band, they kind of move slowly, and nothing happens, nothing really changes for a while, and so it's the repetition and the hypnosis aspect of it that is what will appeal to the listener or not. They sent me two albums by another band. I showed this online and was informed that the band is Australian. I did not know that. These are both reissues. The name of the band is Dreamtime. This one is called Sun. Just played this again last night and got into it. I think that this stuff is just good. In other words, it's like these bands remind me of some of the kinds of bands that I played many shows with. They're here and they're gone. They're okay. They're best experienced live. But this one, as a result of coming back to it and playing it several times, the stoniness of the aura they're creating with this music came through. And I really like this. I like that label and the look of the vinyl, but enjoy this music, I do. The word stone is correct for this. I'll show the ones I like. Well, the one I like the most I'll show last. But they also sent me another album by Dreamtime. And I think this is just called Dreamtime, a reissue. Nice with this silver or whatever you want to call aluminum looking cover, reflective. I'll have to play this one again because the other one, Sun, made a better impression than this one when I played it. Love the vinyl, love the design, love the way that you folks are presenting your records. I know that what I don't do, it doesn't appear to fit on your label, but I'd love to have something out on Captcha Records. I do all kinds of stuff. I'd be honored. I know I can't make anything by being on Captcha Records, but it'd be great to have something on it. You know, most small labels, when they put your stuff out, you don't make anything, you know. And so the ways that I've been doing it myself here, doing everything myself, I've been able to eke a little bit of profit out of it, you know. I needed to live on. Okay, two more. Foul Tip, Forever Driftin'. I think this is a two-man band, bass and drums or guitar and drums. My first impression wasn't good, but then I went ahead and just put that aside and played it all the way through. Love this shade of vinyl. Isn't that brilliant? I showed the colored vinyl because when they make the colored vinyl, it's fun to show. I used to be into it, like I really wanted the colored vinyl versions, but not anymore. You know, it's like it's something that, after a while, the most important thing is the music and owning the artifact in general. They do Black Sabbath changes on here, which I don't like. But then they have a long song on here called Driftin', which is their own. And that's when it comes together for me. This is not stonery. This is more, I guess, garagey, maybe. And for some reason, Devo comes to mind when I hear this. I like it, though, actually. My first impression was bad and ended up liking this quite a bit. But of the records they sent me, I like the most. Thank you again, Captcha Records. Is this one, Cathode Ray Eyes. I like this a lot. It's just kind of dark. There's almost, it's not goth, but it's got that Ian Curtis voice sort of thing that creeps in there every now and then. And then the music is, I use the word melodic lately quite a bit, but it's the right word because it is. There's a sense of melody that I like, even in music that's seemingly unstructured. A lyrical aspect to what's moving in the music I'll call melody. And this has dark melody. And once again, this is on colored vinyl. Beautiful white vinyl. I like white vinyl. But this one I played the most just because it captures my mood and then I want to hear it again. Cathode Ray Eyes. I'm not sure who to recommend this to. It seems like it's kind of dark and maybe a little strange. I haven't paid attention to the words, honestly. I just like the feel. I like the feel of this. So thank you again, thank you again, Captcha Records. Thank you so much. This weekend, I went ahead and bought some records. I really am like a lot of Americans living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, and the bulk of money that I make goes just to pay bills so I can live. So it's a real treat, and it's my luxury to be able to buy a record. And so I did this weekend. Let me show you what I bought. Almost Music is turning out to be the best record store in Omaha. Okay, Homer's has been here for a long time. Much love and respect to them. They have a huge inventory that's taken them ages to build up to. I'm so glad they're there. But there's a lot of music that I want that they don't get. I understand that they don't get it because they probably can't sell it because the majority of people in Omaha don't know shit about it. But thank God for Almost Music and Brad Smith, because he is bringing that stuff in town. And here's something I've been wanting forever that just got reissued on vinyl. Trad Grass Stenar and Stenar. The trees, the grass, and something else. Moors. Swedish band. Now, I need to explain, because if you go and buy this based on my recommendation and you hear how raggedy this sounds, you'll scratch your head. I knew about this band somehow, reading about them or hearing about them way back in the 70s. I made the connection that this is like a Swedish, this is like hippiedom and underground culture at the time. This is the beginnings of it, okay? And these are one of the first jam bands, where this is happening in Sweden, to my understanding. So I've always I've heard this music, so I know it's raggedy. Some of it is even poorly played. But the cosmic essence of the fact that this is a first time and people are finding this bridge between folk and rock and blues and just jamming and being stoned and free. I love it in that sense. I love it. I haven't read, they've reissued it as a double album with some extra material and some information which I haven't really looked up yet. It's on black vinyl. But when I went to Almost Music, I had a hard time choosing. Brad is really on the job as far as picking up interesting, collectible stuff. Great stuff. So I grabbed this. The other thing that I could not leave in the store, and in the story behind it, this is an album, Golem by Sand, recorded by Klaus Schultz back in the early 70s, German space LSD music. I've been wanting this album forever. It's very collectible. It's one of those $100+ albums when you find it. It's worth it. This one's a limited. Mine's just black. Number 258 out of 500. Apparently there's a blue vinyl version of this. Folks, I'll rave about this. This is cosmic stone music. This is wonderful. From the very beginning, it's like uncompromising electronic outsider music. This is excellent. Sand. The name of the album is Golem. 180 gram, really heavy, oversized album jacket. Neat looking labels. I've had a burn of this on CDR forever, and it's the sort of thing that you put it on and it's like either it grabs you and you're just going to stay with it, or you take it off right away. I was so happy to find this in this, that he had gotten this in. Well, on top of that, let me see if I can put this together right quick. Just hang on. I want to. Yeah, here we go. So while I was at the store, let me fix my chair. The wheel comes off sometimes. So while I'm at the store in its new location, which is a good location, Brad, if you see this, I'm so happy for you, because it's midtown now and he's getting more traffic and people are coming in. So several people I knew were at the store. Great to see them, And then while I was there, another person I know came in. Pulled the wrong. Just a minute. I pulled the wrong. There we go. In comes another musician, friend of mine, Jerry Hugg. Great guy. A lawyer who can be trusted. How about that? No, a good lawyer. He really does a lot of things for the community. But he was also in the band Ritual Device. Any of you folks know this? This band have this album? The lead singer of this band, Tim Moss, is now a manager for Faith No More. A little trivia there for you. Anyway, it was great to see Jerry. We're just talking and stuff and seeing what he's buying. He's eyeing what I'm buying. And I'm getting ready to go, and I bought the records I just showed you. They had this on the wall, as well as another newly issued recording that the band had made in the 70s but never released. And I'd been telling Jerry about this stuff. He didn't know nothing about it. And as I'm about to leave, he says, "Oh, no, let me get this for you. You're not leaving without this." This is another album by Sand that was never released, called North Atlantic Raven. Limited edition reissue, number 433 out of 500. This is black vinyl. This is fantastic. Is this artwork by Babs Santini? Yep. I was blown away. He said, "You know, you got to have this." You know, he said, "You know, you're not leaving without this." Wow. And I'm happy to say it is on par. It really is on par with this. It's just like more. It's like they just kept going. Electronic, spatial, trancy. The words when they sing, it's like they really sound out there, you know. I love stuff like this. You know, it just takes you to another place altogether. I just love this sort of thing. So Jerry, if you happen to see this or someone pointed out to you, Jerry Hug, thank you so much. Completely unexpected. And then, as I said, where did I put it? If you're interested, his band, or the band he used to be in, if you ever see this, kind of grungy, you know. They were coming out of punk. Grab it, Ritual Device. It's good. Let me see. I have more records sitting out here, so I'm going to go a little bit further. Maybe a commentary at the end, maybe. So the other part of the Boris came in the mail about a week later. So I have the new Boris with Merzbow Gensho Part 1 and 2. I have not endeavored to play them simultaneously yet, although I'm able to. I have two turntables right here. So I will do that sometime, but I can tell you right now, just listening to pure Boris or pure Merzbow, this is really good. They do a couple of old songs. Akuma no Uta. They do on here. This is really good. So I forget if your name is Jeremy. Whoever sent this to me, thank you again. Okay, some other records that I've been playing or are sitting out before I go. I don't often get in the mood for Sigur Rós, but last night felt right, so I played this 10-inch Varut. This is an interesting item in that it plays from the inside out, from the inside groove out. But it's lovely. I'm curious about their new music to see how much it's changed. This is the sort of music that when I'm in the mood for it, it's like, well, we're going to stay here for a long time. Lovely. I had one of the last times I did Acid, you know, I listened to some Sigur Rós, and it really opened the music up for me. It's just a wonderland, wonderful. So yeah, so Prince's death and just thoughts and feelings about it continue to swirl in my mind. So Prince has been on the turntable and on the television. I just again played Sign of the Times last night. What an album. What an album. The speeded up vocals that he does on here, that was pretty daring, you know what I'm saying? This is a great album. But what I found interesting this weekend is the contrast between Boris music, the band Boris, and Prince has really been working well. I listened to some Prince, and then I put on some Boris, and it's almost like cleansing. Like some of the music is loud and angry. and some of it is just really ambient and spacey. But I played Amplifier Worship this weekend, an earlier album by Boris, and boy, did this just hit the spot. Prince and Boris. I'll also bring up another VC member, Roger Coleman. Roger is someone who I tend to, when he makes a video, I do tend to watch. Stephen Chipper just watched him too. I guess I have my favorites, you know. They're people that I just, you know, take the time to watch. Please don't be offended if I'm not watching you. I can't explain why. But he had gotten a copy of this, Boris with Merzbow, Rock Dream. And this was given to me many years ago, actually. And when I first got it, I wasn't really into it. So I was saying that the last time I played it, I don't remember it being all that interesting. He said, play it again. He said, this is great live. And he's right. My copy is on orange marble vinyl. And yeah, this works. It's just Rock Dream, Boris. Boris and Prince this weekend, among other things. But Boris and Prince have really been hitting the spot. Some other records that got played that didn't get put away. The Wake, Here Comes Everybody, on Factory Records. Beautiful rainy day music. Melancholic. Some of the best music on Factory Records, in my opinion. Here Comes Everybody. From the very first chord on the synthesizer, this has me. This is my shit. The Wake. People, this is fantastic. Yesterday I pulled this and played it and then posted it on Facebook, started a conversation, kind of knew it would. I did it on purpose. Journey. I don't know if this is their first or second album, but Journey started out somewhere between rock and fusion, which I like. And I went ahead and commented that this is the only Journey album that I'll ever need. Of course, if I could get that other early album, I'd take that too. Of course, well, thankfully it turned out that it was not Real Offense, but someone who likes the Steve Perry Journey got on and showed theirs, and, oh, you know, wrong, you know. But when you don't know people personally, you don't know if they're joking. So I had to say, well, hey, I'm just saying, you know, this is the Journey that I like. The Steve Perry stuff is not of interest. He said, yeah, I'm just joking. I said, yeah, I can't tell, you know, I don't know you and we can't see each other, so I can't tell you're joking. Thank goodness you came back and told me you're joking, because I meant no offense by saying that, you know, I can say that this Journey album is the only Journey album I need. You know, I can say that if I want to. The other Journey records are fantastic pop music, but I'm not of the mindset where I'm into that, what I call girl rock. You know, it's couples music. You know, Steve Perry Journey is for couples and for girls, you know, and it's of a mindset that is almost alien to me. I was never good at that dating stuff. I'm much better off being single. And so that kind of music is just that's not why I listen to music. Sorry to say that. Here's one that I pulled that I'm going to probably be trading out. Years ago, when I had a chance to pick up a bunch of music on the Flying Nun or labels from New Zealand, I did it because I was able to get them cheap. And this is one, Rabbit's Wedding, in Truth About Road. And I've kept this for a long time, partially because I like the cover. But listening to it yesterday, I was like, okay, there was a time when I could get into some scratchy bands like this where it's okay, but just okay. Maybe if I had met them as people and saw them play live, it would maybe grasp a little better. But really, in the larger picture, at this time in my life, there's no reason to play this again. It's just, you know, it's just okay. Played this. Amanda Shapp, a friend through Facebook, sent me his latest album, Equal Stones. I reviewed it when I got it, but I played this all the way through yesterday. Hands of a Murderer. And I must say, Amanda, I'm not sure what that title is about. I don't catch a connection at all with this music and the title Hands of a Murderer. This is, I don't think it's dark. It's very ambient and thick. I like it a lot. It's really good work. That's the main thing I can say. It's just thick. It's really good. Old favorite, Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry, post-punk, Paint Your Wagon. They used a drum machine to great effect. The singer had a heavy, monotone voice, very much like Ian Curtis. I really dug Joy Division, okay? Just to get that straight. If you haven't watched my old videos and don't realize that, Joy Division had a huge impact on me. Part of why I started the band Digital Sex was they inspired me. But this band came out of that Joy Division phase where people were doing, oh, you know. This is hard. This is really good. Paint Your Wagon. Paint Your Wagon. I'll go a little bit longer. Weather Report's first album, played this all the way through. To this day, this album is a revelation. To have been made when it was, what, 1971? So far ahead, so forward thinking. Weather Report. So far ahead that maybe now some people will be able to understand it. Fantastic album. Madhouse, another Prince creation, and Eric, the sax player. Funky and interesting album. 16, their second album. This is good stuff. Somewhere between funk and jazz. Really good. Yes, the lady is stacked and lovely, lovely yellow dress. Lovely. I'll go a little bit further, folks, because I got this big stack. I'm going to put them away. Just Music on ECM, a very early ECM release. I've had this forever. This is the second album to come out on the label. This is improvised music, like the Music Improvisation Company. Historically, when people talk about ECM records, this one has gotten a bad rap, and I dare say anyone that has this album, listen to it again, because I bet you anything, the critic or the critics that listened to it, when they heard it, weren't listening. They were thinking, this is brilliant. This is really, really a journey. Okay, Just Music. One of the names on here that some may recognize is Alfred Harth, tenor sax. This is really good. Just Music. Yeah, I'm going for a while. It'll take forever for this to upload, but every now and then I do this. Clannad from Ireland. Love this album. McCalla. This is an example where the CD was, I've had the CD forever, then finally found this import a couple of years ago in Chicago at Restless Records. The vinyl is far superior to the CD. That CD was mastered with an inferior tape. A lot of clarity that you would expect to hear on the CD is lost, but it's here on here. Beautiful album. Love this band. One more. Dirty Column, Obey the Time. Vinnie Riley. Again, special, wonderful music. If you don't know Dirty Column, this is just, it's a treasure. Vinnie Riley is much like me. He's over there in England. Barely got a pot to piss in and a roof over his head, and he's made some of the most beautiful music in the world. He's inspired me. So let me wrap this up. It's a long one, half hour. We'll see how long it takes for it to upload. But this morning I see that Father Daniel Berrigan has passed away at 94. He's been a peace activist for the longest, has done jail time for us, for people. You know, Berrigan is an example of the kind of person that we're losing. We're losing the bright lights. We have all these ogres and monsters who are obsessed with power and seemingly death and destruction. So, that's been a part of what I've been feeling about Prince. Is like, he was just an entertainer, but he was so much more. What he did and how he did it and how intensely he did it just brought so much to the world, to so many people. I'm gonna have to get up here and answer this call. I'll be back.